And we're live.
So this is probably a bad time to tell you about all the videos that I've watched recently about how YouTube's going to be changing in 2026, maybe.
How are they going to be changing?
Well, yeah, I think it's a bad time to talk about it because whomever may have stumbled upon our channel probably doesn't care about that part, the part where, content creators doing that is different. Anyway, so switching gears here, not in a easy way. Hi there. Welcome to the channel. Welcome to the video that is in our channel where I, Roger, and my co-host Tagg, and what this morning is her co-host, both Gidget and I'm trying to call her Lola, I mean Bama, where we talk about affordable housing for everyday people. This is what we're about. And we're somewhere in the neighborhood of north of 150 videos. Um, Today, a house that we're looking at is in Wheeler, Texas. The address, if you want to follow along, is 513 South Reynolds Street in Wheeler, Texas. And normally I'm used to you sharing the video of the house at this point. It's not showing up on the screen yet. And so this is a 3-bedroom, 2-bath house. It's actually the sweet spot I consider of a house, 3-2. There's 1,236 square feet, which is a bit smaller than I prefer. I'm a 1,500 square feet kind of guy, so I can spread out all my junk because Tag will be the first to tell you I am a collector of things, and she's a minimalist of things. So, we both have completely different outlooks on that sort of thing. Nevertheless, it's got little over 1.5 acres, so it's a good sized lot. And as you can see from this first photo, they've got a carport right in front of a garage-shaped work building space. It's pretty deep, so I'm not sure if it's called a garage. But anyway, I think it's time for us to dive into it. It's been on the market for about a month. Single-family home with 1-car garage. There are 21 photos on Realtor.com. So normally what happens next is Tag shares with us some statistics or information about the area that she's found. And then because I didn't give her these videos, and I do it every time, I don't give her the addresses in time for her to take a look at the pictures first. Sometimes it's pretty entertaining to see her reaction of these photos. Don't know if that'll happen today, but I'll be quiet now so that you can talk, Tag.
Okay. Thank you very much. All right. So Wheeler, Texas have a population of 1,454 people. And the household income in Wheeler is $56,000. And most residents own their home. This is what we have according to Google Census. And that's all I have.
All right.
Okay, so let's look at the exterior. This is Texas. I'm looking at the yard and I'm like, okay, it's a little dry. So hopefully, you'll put in the budget because the home is reasonably priced to have some type of sprinkler system. And I'm loving the view of this. Shout out to the person who took this photo. It's beautifully positioned in this photo, and I love the way how the trees, the greenery is framing this house, because it's really not all that attractive as far as curb appeal. However, you can you can make it look as though, you can add your curb appeal on it depending on your taste. And so one of the things that I would do if we have a above ground, okay, all right, well, that really doesn't show us clearly. But in this photo here, you see all this dead, well, this is mostly just dirt, simply because the limbs are shading this area from the sun. I would cut these branches back a little bit here, and I would do like some type of rock landscape for majority of this, and plant some Texas plants that is resistant to sunshine and the lack of water. So
you would plant some plants that are native to the area and are, used to the heat, the lack of rain, that sort of thing.
yes,
Right? That's what you're saying, isn't it?
that's what I said.
Oh, okay. Sorry.
Did I not say that?
I'm just putting it in the language that us OCD folks translate easily. Sorry.
Well, that's okay. Well,
You,
yeah, my
you,
personality.
you're a creative and I'm not. So, yeah.
Yeah, I'm thinking of water resistance and sunshine, and where the sunshine just really beams down on you. So that's where I'm going here,
Gotcha.
because you have the lack of water and the harsh sunshine. So put two and two together, you're going to need some vegetation for your curb appeal that can withstand minimum amount of watering, so you're not out there trying to keep delicate flowers alive in the hot Texas heat. So this is a nice long, what do you
Lot.
call this, lot. And I would really take advantage of this. I mean, this is humongous. I mean, it's not a square, it's a rectangle, so you can kind of like stagger your crops or your herbs or plants or whatever that you plan on doing, like, one side to the other, and have a clear pathway here, or you can just do rows. But I would think about staggering it simply because of drainage.
I gotta say, when I was considering whether to include this house as one of our reviews, I was thinking of that. I was thinking how, and I was projecting, of course, to the idea of you doing some homesteading where you had, some areas that were growing things based on if there's shade or direct sun there, and then maybe a little building for doing whatever you needed to do greenhouse or whatever, and then another area with different lighting to grow different crops. So I was kind of
Mhm.
thinking of that when it is a narrow but long lot, and
Yeah.
I just know you, and I know you'd find a way to make that work for the best, and so I
Hmm.
thought this one fit more in the other options that I saw when I was looking for this home review. Anyway,
Uh-huh.
sorry to have
Yes.
interrupted once again. Please continue.
As as far as the land and the lot, I mean, I do like the characteristics of it, but you know me, I can make just about anything work. I would definitely have another carport, probably in the back here, because that's full sun here, and
Uh-huh.
I'd take advantage of the sunlight and have one back here for a greenhouse. Because if you look at this carport, you can cut holes up here and add um, uh, plastic, or I just like drew a blanket, like a skylight effect.
Uh-huh.
And you can use some of that same material for the siding here, and rotate it around, or you can use a plastic, it's just filtered light. But these ports are really sturdy when it comes to greenhouses, because you have the metal here, which heats up, and then you already have these rods in the roof part of it that you can completely take advantage of without having to get more materials to be able to have some hanging plants. I see so much wasted space in some of the greenhouses that they have on the market, that I would just use this carport to be able to create a better, well, I don't want to say better, but a greenhouse that is more effective for what I'm doing.
Uh-huh.
So just keep that in mind, because the cost pretty much is the same when you think about it. And then you have to add in more materials in order to dry plants or hang above. So just keep that in mind. Anyway, as we're moving on here, you can get an idea of your trees and your shading back here. I would just pay attention to like each season, how the sun directly hits the lot. That way you can plant each season accordingly and be able to feed the soil as well as you go. So you're not having to spend a lot on fertilizer and compost, but you can let each each raised garden to be able to fertilize itself. So moving on, I would deck this out back here if you don't plan on adding more square footage onto the home. You definitely have enough room to be able to do that. You can definitely build up, because there's no trees that you have to remove going up versus on the side here. I would just relocate that tree if it's possible. But yeah, I like it a lot. I'd make this a sliding glass door or double door, and just deck this from corner to corner. Maybe put a barbecue pit back here,
Yeah.
a pond, like a little water fountain, just to add some character to the home, and also be able to water your plants as well with some healthy recycled water that you can put your own fertilizer into it, so it's really strong. All right, so moving on to the garage. Is this a one-car garage or a two?
Well, if you look at the other previous photo, you can see that this building that's not very wide, but fairly long, sort of like the way that the lot is here.
Oh, okay.
So definitely not calling it a double car garage, but you can probably
Double car.
pull two in, from front to back.
Yeah.
At least the way it looks in the photos.
Okay. Looks like we have a
Storm shelter.
yeah, that's pretty cool. I've
It
always
is.
liked them. Yeah.
Indeed. Yeah, definitely. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
I would be like, well, if I'm here in my shelter because there's weather, let me take a shovel with me and slightly increase it each time.
Right. Yeah. You can also use it when you can your crops. Um, the ground is pretty cool, so
Oh, yeah.
you
Root
can.
cellar kind of thing.
Right. Yeah. So here's a nice looking shed here for your tools and whatnot.
Oh,
Oh,
yeah.
and it looks like oh, this wouldn't be a well. It's
Mm.
yeah, it's a minute.
Um, Let me take a look at that. There was some information. Property details, utilities. City, sewer, and it says city and well for the water source. So maybe there's a well there. It just doesn't provide enough flow. So that's what the
Okay.
information on realtor.com shares.
Okay. All right. For some reason, I got to scroll all the way back up because it's not letting me switch tabs in the middle of it. Okay, let's do a fly around real quick so we can take a look of the land from different angles. I think this is so cool. Here we go. And that's really deep. Very deep lot. And it's like a neighborhood too, so you're not completely off the grid. Huh, I wonder why it's not going around.
Flying around?
Yeah. Huh. Oh well. Anyway, let's move on. Let's see what the kitchen looks like. Oh, well, this is very nice. Nice and bright. I like the fact that the shelves go all the way up to, or the upper cabinets go all the way up to the ceiling. Just makes more sense. It's not really wasted space. Maybe we can get another angle. Yeah, that would have to, or they don't have an exhaust fan up there. Maybe they do more barbecues. I don't know. Okay. Moving on. Here's another angle of the kitchen, countertops. Just go in there and beautify the kitchen. And so this looks like it's a pantry, smaller one, maybe a bedroom or, a bathroom is off the kitchen. I'm not a fan of that. If you have the ability to close this wall off and reposition your shower, bathtub, or whatever this is here, I would recommend that. Just put that in the budget to have a solid wall and another entry for the bathroom. I would make this a little bit larger, simply because it just looks so little for the room. If you got the space, go ahead and utilize it, that's what I think. It'd be interesting to see what's behind these doors, though. It doesn't look like an exterior door, judging by the handles and the way how the hinges look.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, yeah. So moving on. Any comments about the kitchen?
Well, no. I'm not loving it, but I can certainly move in and live there for a period of time until I want to, put my own stamp on it, whatever that may mean for me. But I get what you're saying about above the stove. You need a way to vent fumes from cooking. The idea of you doing most of your cooking outdoors on a, barbecue or a grill, that pretty buck stops, immediately when somebody else is doing the major cooking in the house. And the odds of them having similar preferences aren't aren't to be expected anyway. So, there's nothing wrong with this that you can't move into and live with for a period of time while you make up your mind about the fit and finish that you want to have. But I would be revamping this kitchen, just leaving it at that.
Yeah. I'd also make.
And I think that's what you said already.
Yeah. Okay. Let's move on to the living room, and the carpeting would have to go for me.
Indeed.
I would soften the lighting in here, but I wouldn't want to get rid of the bright light at all. I would just soften it a little bit with a color on the walls than just white, and take out this window unit and add a mini split.
So you've got a little over 1,200 square feet there, so you probably need a couple of those like drop-in cassettes that the modern mini splits will allow you to do, so you can have different cooling and heating zones in the house. So your living room or your bedrooms or your kitchen area or whatever, you can do that still with a mini split system that is so much more affordable in 2025 than what you had options to do in HVAC systems in the past.
Yeah.
So totally agree with you there. Any window style air conditioners, you yank them out, find somebody that could benefit from having one, and reset your window in whatever way is necessary, and drop your mini split system. Anyway,
Yeah.
that's me. Please go ahead.
Okay, we have 3 photos of the bathroom here. There's a lot of carpet for the bathroom. This bathroom's huge. No, I'm just kidding.
Is that the foyer for the bathroom?
Yeah, really. Okay, so I like this this backsplash here. That's different.
It is.
I wouldn't have it here on this vanity. I would redo this vanity. It looks a little misplaced for the wall, but in a perfect world. Oh, that's interesting.
What's that?
This
Oh, power strip.
yeah, let's go ahead and put just some electric.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think I would remove these and have a larger mirror here, and move these on the other side or incorporate it in the shower.
To be honest, I'm
Yeah.
really surprised I'm not hearing you talk about making a double sink vanity out of what we can see here,
Well,
because it does
I
look,
would change it. Yeah.
yeah, it does look like that's doable. But and
Hmm.
then I can understand, your mirror size is probably limited by the window we can see, just at the very top left corner there.
Yeah.
But anyway, with that being said, you know, um, I don't disagree with anything you're saying. And I guess now we're getting a look at the second bathroom, sorry.
Yeah. I like the tub positioned underneath the window, and I think this is really creative of what they've done here for the this back wall for the plumbing. It makes it easier to access it,
If
in my
needed.
opinion.
Yeah.
Yeah, yeah, I like that a lot. I would go ahead and make a larger um, mirror here, and also
Medicine
change out.
cabinet.
Hmm. Um, and I would change the light fixtures as well.
You know what? I would probably leave that soap dish and toothbrush holder, that's kind of retro, or, when I was a kid, that was pretty common. Just about any bathroom, that had tile in it. They had those tile fixtures for holding toothbrushes for the family, and
Right. Yeah.
holding soap too. I
Yeah.
think that's pretty neat. Even though, as a guy, and I'm not trying to do something that suits, a couple. I'm trying to think from the aspect of what I would do, as a guy. Probably not going to be keeping the nice pink tile that's there, but I
Yeah.
nevertheless I do still like the those things that are vintage or retro or whatever the current term is. Anyway,
Hmm.
I'll be quiet now so that you can continue. Thank you.
Hmm. Yeah. Yeah. I see corrosion in here, hard from hard water. Um, So I would be redoing this bathroom eventually, but I think it's decent enough to move in and into the property and see what, just put a plan together. But one thing I do notice, even though I do like pink, I would change these tiles. I mean, it's supposed to be a brick pattern, not so, straight lines like this. It just kind of makes it look a little odd. I would also lose the curtains and have a stain here. I would put a film over the windows just to have a little bit more privacy without getting rid of the light. So we're going to move over here to more photos, see what we got here. Okay, this is the front room. Yeah, other than the carpeting, I would just soften the light. Okay, we got breakfast nook, washer and dryer hookup. That's cute, the way how they frame this in with the extra wood that they had.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Anyway, moving on. Must be a little girl's room. Nice size room. Another little girl. We have lavender. Okay, let's peek in on the neighbors.
All right.
Really does it for what we have inside, but you have plenty of room in there. Lots of nice natural lighting. If you wanted to do a hydroponic system and grow on the inside as well, you can do that. All right, it's a nice established neighborhood. Yeah, close, but not too close. You do have some elbow room between you and your neighbors. Not so much on the other side, but when it comes to yourself, they're not on top of you.
Well, that's a good thing.
Yeah, so 76,000, I think it's a pretty decent. I really do.
Indeed. I agree.
Yeah.
Certainly when the average median home price is between 400,000 and 500,000, across the U.S., it very well may be lower in Wheeler, Texas than that. And we understand that. But I still don't think it's, in this neighborhood, 75,000. Anyway, with that being said, you ready for me to make closing remarks?
Yeah, absolutely.
So, Tagg and I want to thank our viewers for watching our video. We do appreciate it. We're not trying to do anything special here beyond sharing what we find on the internet that we consider affordable as far as housing goes, and what she may do to the house, to make it livable for her, and what I would also do, and sometimes those things are wildly different. And it's been, so far we're 150 plus videos in. Sometimes it's entertaining as heck to see, the differences between what I think I would do with a house and what Tagg would do with the house. So that's, kind of the impetus or the idea behind our channel. So anyway, if you're here because you like to watch an old guy make a fool of himself, welcome, because I do that a lot. Tagg will be the first to tell you about it. But if you're in a home buying journey or search of your own, we just want to wish you the best of luck and all with that, because it's tough. This is 2025 when we made this video, and it hasn't been a great year for home buyers. A couple of them haven't been great years for home buyers. Anyway, I will stop talking now. Tagg will close us out on today's video, and we'll see you next time.
And I would like to remind everyone that your dream home might be a DIY away. If you're into fixer-uppers or homegrown gardens, this channel is your go-to for freedom through affordable living and homesteading. If you have a property of interest or would like for us to help you get the word out, post a link in the comment section we're more than happy to share your information. After all, it's about people helping people, and we will catch you next video.